Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big gain of 31 on third down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Connor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Connor. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited. About hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. It's Roethlisberger. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Baltimore Ravens coming back out here on offense. Charles, a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs since 2014, and the way the middle part of this year has gone, it doesn't look like 2018 is going to stem that tide, does it?
It doesn't appear that way. They still have a chance if they can get hot, of course, but you're exactly right. Remember, as you mentioned, they haven't gotten to the playoffs since 2014. 4 out of the last 5 years they've missed the playoffs, which is so unusual for Baltimore and their organization. And just think of it this way. The general manager is going to retire at the end of this year. New general manager will take his place. He'll have a big decision to make about head coach John Harbaugh. At that point, does he continue forward leading this team?
Yeah, the 56-year-old Harbaugh, he's been the head man in Baltimore since 2008. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left, finding some room at midfield. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Now a give to Collins. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
They get it to him running left. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. As Baltimore's offense makes their way back on the field, Charles, wanted to ask you about their running game. I mean, really, the offense has had some issues, but the running game needs to be picked up, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Alex Collins, who had such a big year last season, Buck Allen, both of them trying, but the running game does need to get kick-started. So it's a low-risk trade for Ty Montgomery getting him from Green Bay. I think where they get him for a 27th round pick. But he has experience running the football with Green Bay. And remember, he came into the league as a receiver, so he can help open up the offense in a number of ways, not to mention his kick return ability as well.
Buying time to his left. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Changing topics here for just a second to look ahead to our Thanksgiving slate. You know, you got Chicago and Detroit early, but then, of course, Dallas late. And it's a rivalry game. They host Washington.
Yeah, and how great is that we're going to get that one on Thanksgiving, because they've given us some memorable ones throughout the years. And it's always interesting to hear just how intense this rivalry is, even in today's NFL. I've talked to guys who have played for both Dallas and Washington, and they always say it's such a struggle when they hear they have to go to the other team. No matter what the circumstances, that's the one team that you don't want to go play for. And they always say it's very strange to put on that other uniform.
Whoever wins that game, the turkey will taste a lot better in the locker room after. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Detroit!
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one. Raven first.
Now let's go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Right here. Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Bell so light on his feet, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 30 yards, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far, it's working.
And James Conner, he's an easy guy to root for. Now Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 At the 46.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression? Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Jackson. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Yo.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Jackson on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jackson can't do what, yo?
Michael Crabtree from 21 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Son, it was 14-0, yo. Slipped up. Son, broke on this nigga like 60 yards, like the 3rd play of the game. Nah, yo. Alex Collins, man.
His guys will get it at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
Hold up, yo.
So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that.
Somebody been talking shit on the joint, too.
And reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
It's Le'Veon Bell, yo. This nigga's a fucking bomb.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
It's not, he don't even play in the league this year. Not allowed. You see the type of shit Vern gotta do, yo. And this nigga right here is on his team too. Still a fucking bum.
D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of
I can hear you,
34
man.
yards.
Probably because my girl logged in. See, that's the type shit. Stupid ass fucking shit.
Le'Veon Bell His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
No.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Yeah.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Watch
Through
this.
3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tyson Alualu in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Nah, that was just with the bullshit.
Point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Another carry for their leader.
Slippery.
It's crushing. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Set. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit. 198.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a game.
Fuck Le'Veon, yo. Fuck that nigga.
Now it's first and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown.
So he knows I'm going to scramble this play, right? He knows I'm going to, man. I take one, yo. I take one.
Going to call a timeout as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Why not?
Collins. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Steelers put a stop to the action with the timeout.
He got to call it.
They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage.
Timeout. Cuz I'm on the 2-yard line.
So what you trying to do? Distract him?
Second and goal.
I'm on the 2-yard line.
From the 2-yard line.
If I score, I can tie it up or I can run it.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
If I can tie it up or I can score.
Trying to punch it in with Collins.
Yeah, I'm going to score.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Hell yeah.
Alex Collins with time running out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Nah, you can kick a field goal and tie it up.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Oh, yeah.
What was you talking about, man?
Tucker with the extra point. And
It got warm in here, huh?
4-point game.
Turn the oven on for some heat.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
We always lose.
He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. He's back to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering,
yo,
could it happen?
watch the highlights.
Even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Hey.
This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens
Okay, did you grab it?
here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Okay. Yo. You see the stats, man. Yeah. 15, 19. 15 for 19. Did you see the rushing yards, though, right? Yeah, Bell didn't match up, yo. 13 for 128. Yeah, Bell had 14 to carry, but that don't matter, yo. Lamar had 15 to carry. How about that? Yeah, Collins had 3 touchdowns on 13 carries.
Go you for it. Go do what you do. Go chase. I bought some Popeyes. Oven Popeyes. I gotta call my supervisor now. I won't be in tomorrow. Hey, oh, y'all got bread too. Hey, we all got bread. I'm gonna put one of these breads in the fridge.
This nigga ain't joining, yo. Hmm?